Let's talk about how, because you started out working for a franchisee, right? That owned an Orangetheory. So tell us that story, how that transpired. How do you go from, helping get Orangetheories open, working for someone else, to owning, an entire state or area?
Well, the funny thing is I owned my own fitness brand called Vibe Fit Club with a partner. And she and I were able to open up 2 locations, one in Oldsmar and one in Tampa, Florida. And they did relatively well. But the problem is we didn't understand how to franchise it. And that was our model or our vision. And I think her and I basically, as brilliant as she was, we didn't have the same vision in terms of how we wanted this to look. I wanted it to be more like an Orangetheory, and she wanted it to be more like a wellness center. So at that point, I actually walked in, and my mentor from a big box gym, Tariq, who was the VP of Lifestyle Family Fitness back in the day, and I used to work for him. He was actually one of the first developers of Orangetheory, and he owned all of Western Florida. Came and visited me one day and said, why don't you come and take a look at Orangetheory and see what you think? Maybe you can buy a franchise. And I said, come on, bro. I just built this beautiful facility out of my own money, blood, sweat, and tears. I'm not going to turn this into an Orangetheory. Lo and behold, I did walk in because I was very, very curious, never heard of it, thought, well, might as well check out the competition, was blown away by what they've already accomplished. Never in my life have I had such an ego to where I wanted to reinvent the wheel and take the credit. So I sold off my shares to my partner and took a very huge step back into assistant manager role on South Tampa studio, which was one of the biggest studios at the time in the pre-sale. And he ended up promoting me right away to manager. We were actually the first studio that hit 500 club under my direction. And that actually set the bar for what they call now the 500 club. So every franchisee that opened up from that point on had to try to hit 500 or more members at opening day. Or within the first 30 days of opening. And that was like a big feat that we've created at South Tampa, which was awesome. And then I worked my way into regional multi-unit management. I also coached classes, which was just for fun. And from that point on, I had a friend that came up to me and said, hey, tell me about Orangetheory. I said, oh, it's a great workout. You should definitely definitely try it out. And he's like, no, as a business. And I said, ooh. I said, well, yeah, let's talk about that. And so he ended up asking to do a franchise. And I said, no, I'm good. I want to own an area one day. So if you want to come back with me with an area opportunity, then we'll talk, but I don't want to own 1 or 2 franchise locations. So then he called me up in about a week, said, okay, what area do you want? These are the 3: Oklahoma, Albuquerque, and San Francisco. And I said, let's go with Oklahoma. And that's how we became partners in Oklahoma.
If you enjoyed this short clip from the podcast, you can check out another short clip right here. Or if you want to watch the full episode of this podcast, you can watch that here. And remember, knowledge is not power. It's applied knowledge that's power. Take care. Have a great rest of your day.